Mesdames, Messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue au 20 bilingue de ce samedi 31 août 2019 sur Equinoxe Télévision. Fomi Armstrong, Sanda Good TV.
Bonsoir Nadine Yambo. Viewers, thanks for joining us on the 8 p.m. bilingual newscast on Equinoxe Television, live from our central news desk in Douala, Cameroon. We are 24 or 48 hours less to the start of the 2019-2020 school year across Cameroon, and less teachers in the Meme division of the southwest region of Cameroon forget they have been receiving money from the government of Cameroon and should show up Monday for schools or face administrative sanctions. The call came from the senior division officer for the Meme, Tundon Chamberlain. He was speaking in Kumba today, and in Douala, Anglophone parents want the government of Cameroon to subsidize school fees given the hard effect of the Anglophone crisis on their financial strength. We'll give you a roundup of how the school preparation come September is being prepared in the southwest regional chieftain Boya and even in the northwest region of Cameroon. Those are the top stories.
Anglais avec vous, Fomi Armstrong, Sanda.
Nadine Yambo, thanks very much. Viewers, thanks for joining us in this second segment of news in the English language. We begin with news from Buea, that is Kumba, in the southwest region of Cameroon, less than 24 hours after resuming work from his 2 weeks annual leave. The senior divisional officer for the Meme division, Tundon Chamberlain, has immediately swung into action to finalize plans towards ensuring the effective kickoff of the 2019-2020 school year in his area of command. Speaking during an impromptu meeting he chaired Saturday, August 31st, 2019, the SDO for the Meme said all is set in Kumba and the rest of the Meme division for an effective kickoff of classes come Monday, September 2nd. The meeting, which brought together Meme education delegates, top administrative and security officials, focused on evaluating all what had been done and other recommendations for a hitch-free start of the school year, while dishing out last-minute instructions to heads of security forces. The SGO for Meme enjoined the divisional officers to finalize cleanup exercises on various school campuses in his area of command, that is the Meme division. He also condemned laxity and absenteeism, which he qualified as a cankerworm, which is usually witnessed among school authorities. The administrator fervently warned all government teachers operating within the Meme division to ensure to be at duty posts beginning Monday, or face strict administrative sanctions. On the rest of the declaration of the SGO for the Meme division, here is an excerpt. He was speaking to our correspondent in Kumba, Dobetran.
Also emphasize that Meme division is ready for the school resumption next Monday. You see, I had the last meeting with my population, all the stakeholders, in order to be sure that everything is moving, is free, to be sure that in Meme division we are going to have an effective resumption of school. The security forces, you saw them, are ready to secure the whole population. The teachers are also available. School premises are also ready, even if we will continue tomorrow and on Monday to clear some of them. But in general, the SDO is ready as to welcome our students. And let me also seize this opportunity to advise all my population to send back the children to school, because without school there is no future. Thank you. All the staff, as I said, they are available because they are receiving salary from the state. And me, like the state representative, let me tell them that I will never tolerate any misconduct from them. They should be ready to teach, they should be available, and those who will not be there, they can be sure that appropriate measures are going to be.
That was Ntundon Chamberlain. He is the Senior Division Officer for Meme Division in the Southwest region of Cameroon. From the Meme Division, we move to the neighboring Mungo Division in the littoral region of Cameroon, where the back-to-school fever has been described as very poor by vendors in most markets in Lom, Penjam, and other parts of the Mungo Division. They say parents are only complaining of hard times each time they come to the market to purchase didactic materials for their kids. However, school authorities in the Mungo Division and elsewhere say they are ready to receive students and pupils come September 2019. More in the following report.
In Lom, Jombe, Penja and Banga in the Mungo Division of the littoral region of Cameroon, market spaces are inundated by didactic materials, but buyers are absent few hours to the start of the new school here. Vendors say they sometimes spend the whole day without selling even a single school material, as parents all complain of the lack of money. Hard times that has turned most parents into admirers instead of buyers of school materials for kids.
We are here to buy, but the things are so costful, and now we don't really know what to do. The books are very, very costful. A book that was sold for 800 francs now costs mainly now is sold for 1,250 francs. It's not easy. So even something you were buying for 100 francs, you will now buy it for 200 francs. There is too much expenditure of money.
Hardship coupled with insecurity has made some parents to be skeptical about a new school here.
The prochaine rentrée scolaire, we are not sure. We are not sure. Where will the money come from that we will pay? We get it from our farm, but now that we cannot go, there is no way out.
School authorities like in Christ the King Nursery and Primary, Makinene on their part, say they have put in place adequate measures to contain the increasing number of learners, especially those coming from the Northwest and Southwest regions. Officials here say infrastructure needed to be boosted and security strengthened as they are attracting more new students from the conflict-hit Northwest and Southwest regions. This school official in the Mungo Division say most Anglophone parents who come with children complain of the lack of finances. With uncertainty that schools will effectively begin in the conflict-hit Northwest and Southwest regions of Cameroon come 2nd September, the influx of Anglophone learners has created the need for more benches and increased staff strength in most schools east of the Mungo.
In Douala, the Anglophone parents living in the economic capital wants the government of Cameroon to subsidize school fee for them, given the hard effect of the Anglophone crisis on their financial strength. Here is an excerpt of one of the parents. He was speaking to Jackie, who went to Ndukoti alongside one of our reporters, that is Jackie Chamko and Warren Zede.
It has been a tough time for me because I'm an English-speaking Cameroonian. We have difficulties to send our children to school, but it's our duty to send our children to school. We have about 14 to 15 people that are displaced people that are living with us, and we find it very difficult. When we go to register them, most of the schools, they will tell us the children are not up to the level of the same classes they are supposed to go in for, so we have to take some of the children back. The other classes, we even take some of them back to the other classes. It becomes difficult for us to, like the parents, to pay the fee. And actually we want the government to do something for us because it has been a tough time for us, the English-speaking Cameroonians. We want things to become in a way we have like equal ways to do things. We have the government to take some subvention from us, the English Cameroonians, which are like in Douala here, because it has been very, very tough. We have so many families that have been displaced and they have met us. Our homes, we can't eat good square meal. And the displaced ones, we need to buy uniforms, we need to buy dresses, we need to buy books. And the fee here in Douala is very, very, very costful.
And over in the northwest region of Cameroon, Northwest Regional Governor Adolphe Lele-Lafrique has warned civil servants in his area of command to ensure their presence continuously and repeatedly in their duty posts. He said any civil servant absent from duty will be sanctioned. He was speaking in Fundong in the Boyo division as he went to launch the back-to-school campaign in that part of the northwest region. This report compiled by Mbu Estella and Simat Njika Gabriel.
The military clears the way and scares off unknown gunmen as Governor Adolphe Lele-Lafrique travels to Fundong in the Boyo division. The distance of 65 kilometers was done in 5 hours instead of 2 hours as a result of an attack that the convoy witnessed.
We saw on our way coming here how it was difficult to reach Boyo. But thanks to the professionalism of our security services, we were able to arrive Boyo, to work, and to raise the morale both of the administrative authorities, the security services, and the morale of the population, promising them that the head of state has taken necessary measures to accompany class resumption in the northwest region and here in Boyo division.
As the convoy journeyed to Fundong and back, at least 168 barricades were met on the way, and at each point the military had to clear it off. Several villages along the way have also been deserted, like the Bello market and the Bello checkpoint. After the tedious journey, Governor Adolphe Lele-Lafrique's convoy finally arrives in Fundong with some humanitarian aids and words for the population to return to school. The Fundong Council Hall expected to host the meeting was extremely big due to the lack of people. For this reason, the governor was forced to hold his meeting with administrative and security officials at the Senior Divisional Officer's office. The governor was very clear on the case of civil servants who have abandoned their seat in the trouble-hit region.
Civil services are concerned. We seize the opportunity of this visit here, like elsewhere in the region, to condemn the civil servants that are earning salary without working. Some of them are even using the salary to fuel the crisis. And I would like to disclose to you that on Friday, I signed more than 100 decisions sanctioning civil servants in Northwest region that are not going about their daily activities. And the process will continue.
For the back-to-school campaign, the governor believes it's manipulation and urges parents to send their children to school come Monday.
Our children, like everywhere else in the world, have the right for education. And to strongly condemn those that are trying to hinder the future of our children. Some of them are seeking for greener pasture abroad and even trying to have other nationalities. We strongly condemn them and commit ourselves, our collaborators and everybody to fight against them and make sure clams resume effectively in the Northwest region and here in Boyo division.
The humanitarian aid that was brought by the governor was allowed with the senior divisional officer for onward distribution to the population absent. If the journey from Bamenda to Fundong was just 5 hours, the return journey was about 13 hours because the confrontation between the military and the unknown gunmen was fierce, with some vehicles keeping souvenirs on them. At one point, even the armored car was dragged by another heavy-duty car after it witnessed a technical fault. It was a long night for the governor and his delegation that went to Fundong and back to Bamenda.
Away from the back-to-school campaign, we talk about a campaign against clandestine migration. The campaign was launched in Mbalmayo in the central region of Cameroon. Youths of that part of Cameroon were edified on some of the negative consequences of migrating illegally. Immaculate Fogwe tells us more.
Traveling out of Cameroon to the Western world or Asian countries, popularly known as falling bush, has been highly solicited by most youths seeking for greener pastures. Some of them take the risk of traveling without visas by taking the wrong means that has led to the death of many of them while on their way. A victim attests of what she went through while she was living in Lebanon. While in Lebanon, it was not easy at all. I saw hell on earth. There, life is not as precious as we think. We experience issues like rape, racism and hunger. I arrived Cameroon by the grace of God. Not all of these youths have the opportunity of coming back home safe and sound after they had to use illegal means, putting their lives in danger. It is for this reason that the Association Against Clandestine Migration sensitized some youths in Mbalmayo in the central region of Cameroon on the negative impacts of illegal migration.
C'est dans le but de sensibiliser nos compatriotes.
We are trying to sensitize these youths on the danger of illegal migration. Last year, 4,000 corpses were discovered in the Mediterranean Sea. We are not refusing youths from traveling. We are just telling them that they should use the right procedure.
Plus de tort que de bien.
The message is clear. Falling bush without a visa is total them, and the youths of Mbalmayo have been cautioned on the right path. The association is equally benefiting from the support of the Ministry of Youth and Civic Education on their fight against illegal migration.
Nous avons voulu démontrer à ces...
We came to advise these youths that traveling out of the country is not a guarantee of riches. Right here in Cameroon, we can create our own heaven. The sensitization campaign is expected to take place in other regions so the message can reach a maximum number of youths.
Local entrepreneurs in Cameroon have intensified the strive to valorize the production and transformation of locally made products in Cameroon. Hemin Eluga tells us more.
These products are amongst those exposed this recent years on business shelves and other business platforms. The products called Made in Cameroon have been brought to the limelight by local entrepreneurs. This lady, for instance, says Cameroon has a variety of products and quests to valorize the said products.
Parce que ici, il est question de valoriser plusieurs filières. Nous avons la filière patates, nous avons le maïs, le riz, l'igname, et même la peau de manioc, on fait de la pâtisserie.
Though yet to be consumed by a majority of Cameroonians, observers alongside a few consumers of the said products say most of these products, essentially made from natural products, are of very good quality. The food industry, for instance, today has a variety of locally manufactured products. These entrepreneurs mentioned a chain of activities which comprises of general transformation.
Au Cameroun, vous êtes sûr d'avoir le bon beurre de karité qu'on a du Cameroun. Mais quand nous voyons les difficultés logistiques, partir du nord pour le sud, avec les problèmes de route, c'est pas toujours évident.
From drinks, snacks and other attractive articles from the arts and crafts domain to cosmetics and medicine, the proposals remain outstanding. Battling for survival, the entrepreneurs reiterate their day-to-day challenges. They say with no major assistance from the Ministry of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises, they lose values of those products.
On se rend compte que les industries locales n'ont pas encore appris à consommer ce qui vient du Cameroun.
Et vous voyez aujourd'hui que l'État a créé beaucoup de centres artisanaux au Cameroun, mais ces centres ne décollent pas juste parce qu'on ne veut pas intégrer les acteurs. Les artisans ne sont pas accompagnés et ça fait que beaucoup de valeurs disparaissent.
The sector remains promising as it awaits necessary aid to blossom.
Foncha Street FC of Bamenda has qualified to play in the National League 2 Championship in Cameroon. They pick up the qualification ticket today in the ongoing national interpose in Abetua. It makes it that the Northwest region of Cameroon now has gotten another representative in the second division football championship in Cameroon after the descent of Bambulid FC of Nkambe and the National Polytechnic, that is the National Polytechnic FC of Bambui to the regional league last season. Foncha Street FC of Bamenda today triumphed over Meku FC of Bafia in the ongoing interpose in Betua to qualify for the National League 2 Championship. The Northwest region now counts 3 clubs in the National League 1 and 2, Young Sport Academy of Bamenda and PWD of Bamenda in League 1 Championship in Cameroon respectively. And Foncha FC, which has just qualified, making the lone club from the region to play in the League 2 Championship next season in Cameroon. And it is with that sports story that we put an end to this edition of the Bilingual Newscast on Equinox Television. We thank you for your very kind attention, wishing you a blessed stay in the company of Equinox Television. Nadine Yambo, have a nice evening.
Merci, Fomi Armstrong Sanda. Fin de ce journal, mesdames et messieurs. Merci pour votre aimable attention et passez d'agréables moments en compagnie de nos programmes.